Beautiful. Ryker, you as well?
Do you know my state ID, Maeve?
1106.
Cool. Yeah, correct.
All right. Let's pull these up real quick.
God, I just looked at my shared reports and there's one from Slacks.
Yeah. I wish I could get rid of shared reports.
Yeah, it's not very... You get too many. Oh, you mean like delete them off your list? Yeah.
Yeah. I have one called CG Investigation from Slacks from a year ago.
So what you're going to see here, and this needs a little bit more massaging, but that's why I'm comfortable bringing you two in, since you already kind of get this. Let me first state that I have reviewed this with Frost, and he understands the implications of it. Specifically, you are, if you accept, going to be brought into our classified operations, team or whatever you want to call it. Now,
Okay.
special operations have a investigative, but also a like sort of a patrol aspect to it. Now, I've had a bunch of shit on my plate, so I haven't really thought of any like creative names or whatever. But let me kind of break down the summary. Special operations are always going to have an investigative wing. That could be faceless. It could be archivist. It could be, these Norwegians that may be trying to take over parts of the city. Any sort of state-related matter that may contain critical information or threats to the state. The investigative part of the, let's call it the Spec Ops team, are detectives between the marshals, the LSPD, and the BCSO, whom may need to monitor things, know the intricate details of the matters, right? Whereas the other wing, which is the patrol oriented, and this is not to say you can be one or the other or whatever it is, there's different kind of restrictions, are all something that I'm sort of slowly trying to assemble. Every operation, long running, is broken into its own category. The reason is sort of as follows, right? There may be people that are working on the faceless. There may be people that are working on the archivists, and we want to make sure that they have the necessary tools to be able to react. I might not be here. Ruth might not be here. Others involved in these operations may not be here. But as long as someone that is in the operative know-how will be able to react. And that includes like BCSO. When it comes to faceless stuff, Maeve, you've been very intricately involved in that. You and your detectives may need to, do some faceless shit. Well, it doesn't make sense that the marshals... we need a way to make sure you're fully in the know. And that's kind of like the intention of this. Now, I'll give you guys a second to kind of like read through this. Now, just kind of keep in mind that, let me clean some of this up. This is going to be slightly updated probably in the next 24 hours. But this is kind of our basic SOP document. And if you do kind of agree to the general guidelines here, I want to get you guys the tags. I'll give you a TLDR. You will have access to all the faceless stuff, all the archivist stuff. You cannot discuss outside of the specific circles of that case file, right? So I'm going to give you an example, right? Opal will likely get tagged into the faceless stuff, but she will not get tagged into the archivist stuff until and if that time comes, right? So, informational security and whatnot.
So for
go
the SOPs,
Mhm.
is it just these operational guidelines? Is that the only thing you have so far?
Yeah, I think this has got to get cleaned up. Like myself and Ruth kind of started banging this out, and then we had to rearrange a bunch of things. And yeah, anyone cleared for access of the intelligence will be tagged in the report. That is something only I will be doing at the moment. Any report containing faceless operations protected. So we took the faceless stuff and we dumped it in here. So just pretend this is all generic, regardless of what subject matter it might be. But yes, let's say operations. Let me clean this up. Access to, is strictly need to know. Classified content is isolated. Yes, chain of command. As of right now, most stuff is filtering through me, specifically as we get this structure in place. Like with the faceless stuff, myself and Ruth are looking at it from a Marshall level. With the archivist stuff, that's going to be Chris Peters and Sean Duncan. You'll see those names at the top of these operational master docs. Do you have any is this pretty self-explanatory, or is there any kind of I don't think any of this is too shocking as to what it kind of says.
No, I think I'm a little cooked right now, but it's making sense to me.
Okay. I am going to go ahead and add you to let's start with Omega. The Omega clearance, aka Marshall Omega. Let me pull your tags up real quick. What were your tag numbers again?
10955.
1106.
Wait, what is it again? 1055?
10955.
Oh, 955. Okay. Give me 1 second. Maeve Wolf. All right. Okay, that's Theta, and then Omega. By the way, if there's anything in these forward-facing documents that need clarity or whatnot, please let me know. You are good, Maeve. You should see Operation Theta and Omega. Let me go ahead and add Ryker. If there's ever any updates to these, we will obviously let you know. Let me see. Okay. All right. Okay, very good. Ryker, Maeve.
Oh, okay. I see him.
Okay.
Okay, so these are all report categories.
Yep, that is correct. I would recommend bookmarking I'd recommend bookmarking report number 35374. This is going to act as sort of like a top level directory, right? So if you pop open Omega, and let me kind of tell you what Operation Omega is. As you can see, some of this is like not fully in there yet.
I don't see 35374.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh, that's going to be 3537. That's going to be the shared document. What I would do is I would bookmark THETA and I would bookmark Omega.
Oh, is it the master docs? Is that what you mean?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, I see it.
Yeah.
35281 is the Omega master doc.
Yeah. I gotta find a way. Maybe what I do is we put this classified document maybe into Omega. Okay, I'm gonna have to remember that. So Operation Omega, or let's say case file Omega. I'm still trying to figure out what nomenclature to use for all this. I'm kind of landing on like special operations. I think it sounds good. Omega is the old Marshall Inquiry Task Force. Omega is going to list anything that is Marshall reports that should be shared with both detective units, right? So we're talking, if we go to the category and we filter by Marshall Omega, you'll see Silas Moreno, phone subpoena, mass search warrant, blah, 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 blah. This is still being populated, right? But this is effectively, we chose Omega because it's like the Omega, one. So let's say there was like the Norwegian terrorism shit. Oh, wait, sorry. Omega is Silas Moreno. Oh, that's right. Wait, what is the other one called then? Give me a second here.
by the way, when you're saying Norwegian terrorists, I have no idea what you're talking about.
That's the people that came to try and take Trig, right?
I don't know enough about it. It's just kind of what kind of kept me in the back of. I don't know enough about it. I just know there's like Norwegians and Swedes and like taking over some property. Like I quite frankly, I don't know enough about it to, know if it's real or fake or what it is. But give me 1 second. I think something got moved around and now I'm confused. Give me a sec here. Oh, okay. Okay, I'm not confused now. Okay, so Operation Omega currently has like the Silas Morano stuff because there's a lot of cross-pollination. You'll notice on Marshall Omega, it is going to contain pretty much all the marshals, maybe not some of the rookies, as well as the tags. You see how it says Opal, Cohen, Maeve? That's how you kind of know like who's cleared for this. Omega currently has Silas. It may contain other, let's say, state level threats that we won't want both detective units, specifically you two, et cetera, to kind of be in the know of. And in the event some shit goes down or whatever, you kind of are a bit more looped in. THETA is all the faceless related stuff. There will be another tag that will be opened up for the archivist related stuff. That's where I got thrown off because the archivist one has not yet been filtered in. Now,
Okay.
the reason why I wanted Omega to be like an all-encompassing one is there may be things that occur that we need to share, but does not yet have enough substance to really need its own classification, right? Over the course of, the next like 2-3 months, we may end up with like 30 cases, right? But only some of those really need to be sectioned off because they may or may not ultimately get legs.
So this is my understanding of Omega and Theta, and just let me know if this is correct. Theta is a classified case file specifically for faceless.
Yes. Every single Marshall faceless report will be in Theta.
Yeah, but like Theta is specifically classified case file for faceless, and there will be further designations for other cases as they come up.
Correct.
Omega is kind of like a dump bin for anything that has not yet reached the size to be given its own designation, but still needs classification to be shared.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly that. Like, remember the first couple like weeks of Archivist? We couldn't really make sense of it, right? We know it might be a state level threat, and we may put that information into Omega, right? We believe it's something that needs to be spec ops or whatever. It goes in that category. We let it linger. Over some time, we come to learn, you know what? This has got a lot of legs. There's a lot more to this. Let's split it off into its own operational category.
And you would just pick everything out of Omega that's related and
yes,
own
exactly that. Because Omega is going to be open to significantly more detectives than the more filtered down ones like Theta, right? And this is to prevent cross-pollination. The biggest risk to, operational security is not maliciousness. It's the unintentional not being involved yapping, right?
Carelessness.
Exactly. You two already know this stuff. You already operate rather professionally. These are more concerns for those that are significantly more loose, let's say. And also, if we don't, like Mr. Smith, right? Mr. Smith's name gets put into Omega, GG's, WP. So, all right. All right.
All right. I got some reading up to do tonight then.
In the case of Omega, expect that these master docs are gonna get a little bit more flushed out. We kind of, the amount of problems that we're facing on a daily basis is so much that having a chance to sit down and like fleshing the stuff out is very difficult. If at any point you feel things need to be added to this, do not hesitate to be a self-starter on it. You know what I mean? Any help is appreciated. The goal here is to be as inclusive as possible without it turning into a shit show with, multiple parties just kind of doing what they shouldn't be doing. In regards to the archivist stuff, right? I'm going to try to get that categorized as soon as I talk to Chris and Duncan, and probably maybe turn that into Marshall Alpha, which makes sense. And I kind of want to give a bit of a flow chart here. Ryker, as someone that would have access to that alongside you, Maeve, Ryker, you might be categorized as a primary on the BCSO side. Maybe even for both departments. It really depends. It fully depends if we've got the people for it, right? How I imagine you would be interfacing is on that master doc, we will collectively define how this information is shared. Now, what that means is you, as someone that is, say, a lead on this archivist stuff, can help make those decisions. Now, if someone from local PD, and there could be 5 of them, 10 of them, are like doing this, that, and the third, you kind of become an interface because you know more than they might, and you can kind of choose and figure out what needs to be said and what doesn't. So you may choose to withhold a CI's name, which makes sense, as we should be doing, but, you know, give people enough information to run on, or make sure they're getting what they need to sort of operate.
All right.
Yeah. This does the general flow or the idea kind of make sense, at least like visually, I guess?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, easy. Well, you know what my problem is with you two? You don't give me any damn trouble. Too easy. Like I'm waiting for the gotcha. Huh?
Thank God the trouble's behind us.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
We learn.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, well, I replaced Slacks. What can I say? You're in better hands now. Bean, Maeve, Bean, Jenna, a bunch of others are going to be looped into this as well, but you guys are going to be the, you know, first to test the waters. So please give any feedback. If anything isn't organized well, if the master docs don't have enough information, if there's questions, that's kind of what I wanted to bring you two in first, because you may see things and you're like, yo, that's a problem. So that as the net widens, like I want to solve some of these things before the net widens. Effectively.
We're the playtesters. Okay, guys.
Yeah, the playtesters. I trust your feedback, all right? So,
we get like a special player card saying we're alpha testers.
soon. You know what? That's a good idea. You know what I mean? Well, as a part of the, you know, being a part of these operations, maybe you can help be a part of the committee that decides who receive our cards and who doesn't. You know what I mean?
We're gonna hand out our own special cards on Mondays.
Mm-hmm. Well, no, I want like a faceless card.
Oh shit! All right.
Yes, it like kind of like that, except it's, you know, like a joint task force one.
JTF2 Electric Boogaloo. Let's run it back.
Yeah, like I said, I haven't really figured out the nomenclature. I haven't had enough time. I've been putting out damn fires all day. You know what I mean? But okay,
right.
easy. All right. Well, shit.
To read.
How's your days been today?
So good.
I can't remember what happened today. I think I'm so beyond cooked today that I don't know what I was doing an hour ago.
I was supposed to take a fucking day off today, and then I found out we had the fucking bail hearing for Silas Moreno. Oh no, he's got to get transported.
Oh, Jesus.
Wait. Wolf International signs.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, there's so many. Have they not always been there?
Not all of them.
Yeah? Have they not? I know the nest ones are new.
We caught what we
Wolf
think
is,
might have been a weapons deal 2 days ago.
What?
And we believe the besties have something to do with it.
What's that got to do with Wolf International?
Among some others. Oh, that's a whole separate thing.
Okay, big barrel of fish. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I just
Yeah,
found it
you got a
inside
lot
that,
of reading. Trust me, there's a ton of shit in there.
I mean, the actual body of the report is almost empty.
Which one?
Wolf International signs nest.
Oh, that might have been something that Ruth started, but then didn't massage out.
Just seems to be a mass documentation of all the wolf signs, but it's in THETA, so like It's tagged with faceless. 34222.
Yeah, some of these got to get cleaned up. Um,
Seal of Los Santos defaced with Nest and Wolf International on it. Damn.
if I'll put it this way, there are days where 80% of my day gets taken up with faceless stuff, and their activity has expanded exponentially.
Okay.
Yeah.
They're really flying under the radar, huh?
Mm-hmm. The thing is, it's such
funny,
a
I feel like I haven't seen anything about faceless in like weeks.
Yeah, me neither.
That is because they have been moving in the shadows and we have been active. So when I say shit is happening with the faceless, nothing really has happened in 2.5 weeks, like out in the open, right? But Ruth and I have been consistently uncovering shit. The Silas Moreno, they came in, tried to save his ass.
True, yeah, there were 2 attack helis.
Yeah. So,
You never recovered the pilot of that heli either.
there's other shit too. Ex-marshals have been trying to create. Remember, did I ever tell you? Remember Maeve, the Bobby and all this?
Yeah.
Well, oh boy. There's a strong possibility that marshals may have been involved, the ones I fired, in kidnapping the reporters in order to get to Helios. Helios, who may have a close connection to the Faceless, who apparently has a building in which Frederick White is staying in. Frederick White, we served a warrant on him the other day. He called Mr. Smith a rat in it, and he said he ratted out Silas, and they FOIA'd it. We tracked Mr. White. The White interview's really good. That's worth taking a listen to. I think he kind of...
I was there behind the glass.
Oh, yes! I very deliberately gave him things that I don't give a shit about, and I don't think he recognized... Did you catch when I pretty much called him a rat on the recording? I think his plan's gonna backfire. I think he wants to expose Brandon. At least that's what my belief is, because he wanted that information really quickly. The thing is, I'm probably going to be arresting Mr. Smith and citing that interrogation as one of the reasons I'm giving aiding and abetting to Brandon Valentino. Even though we have everything we need, it's more of a, my tactic has been so distrust amongst them because there already is seeds of distrust among the assets. Oh shit. I gotta take this real quick.
So funny.
What's going on, Ventura?
I guess you already spoke to Jenna. I was just gonna ask because you said there was some shit you wanted to talk to her and I about, but it seems like
I did, but I woke up to SBS this morning.
That's fine. I just wanted to make sure because I'm it's gonna slip my mind if I don't acknowledge it. So if it's being pushed another day, then that's fine.
Yeah, I got to organize some things as yeah, let's aim for tomorrow.
Yeah, all good. Whenever you're ready.
Right. Easy. Appreciate it.
That's yeah.
All right, take care. Kind of my vision in all this is I see the marshals sort of like operating you know, as we have been with keeping the detectives in the loop. But I also want to get like certain tags made for the people we tend to bring in to these situations. Quangle, Ventura, Jenna, etc. for when there's like an op, right? We need to do a Silas op, or we need to do a so-and-so op. I hold back from saying it would be like TRT, more like, let's just say, you know, people that got the patrol and the background level to, like, you know, people entrusted to do a 15-man squad. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we don't have to like rerun shit, re-explain things. We'll see where it all ends up going. But anyways, y'all ready to leave?
Yeah, that's everything.
Yeah, nice and simple, you know. If I had more energy, I'd make it more special, you know what I mean? But, you know.
Oh, trust me, I'm on that level. I've got 0 today.
Yeah, I am fucking... I was very happy this morning, and then... Ooh. I was very excited and giddy this morning, and then it was just hours of misery that followed. Chat, I am so glad that they're finally brought in. Holy fuck. I think if Rhodes didn't come in, yeah, I would have fully crashed out. That was... Bro. It gets taxing, right? Wait, what happened?
Kind of scare you.
Oh.
There's a bird under that car.
I am so cooked that I think I like mildly reacted, but it was just like indifference. Just
I'll be honest, I couldn't even muster the energy to make it loud.
I'll tell y'all what I dealt with this morning. It's going to be pretty funny, actually. I woke up to 6 LSPD officers freaking out that they violated Silas Moreno's rights. And I'm like, huh? Because his 72 hours ran out and they had to turn it into a hag hold. And they were all trying to like work backwards as to how it's a rights violation.